happy readers, my name is Liz and today we're going to be talking about The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Chokshi. And I know what you're thinking, Liz, this doesn't look like a novel that you would like, that you would be like, oh my gosh, this would be amazing and wonderful and awesome. But guess what, I really liked it. Just FYI, I got this book for review from St. Martin's Griffin, but that does not change how I feel about this book. Oh yes, I am all about some folklore and some folktale kind of stuff, and this one, it says that she kind of takes things from Indian folklore, which I'm not super familiar with, but I very much enjoyed it. I love things that are a little bit more folklore than here's a whole new thing, even though everything we write is based off of things we like. But I really liked a lot of the themes in this, and I liked that it drew on some other cultures and things like that. Like, it talks about her wearing different saris, and that she is marrying a Raja, and But let's actually talk about what this book is about, because I think it's a really cool premise. So we have Maya, and she has been told all of her life that she's had this bad horoscope and it's been hanging over her. No one likes her. The other wives, well, she's not a wife, but the wives of her father, the Raja, and he's crazy. He tries to talk her into poisoning herself and other random, just what? He loves her, but at the same time it's like, dude, really? Calm down. So yeah, no one likes her. They don't want their children being around her because they're like, she's going to not poison them, but just like give her bad horoscope to them too. And just, you know, all this bad stuff because her mother died in childbirth and yada yada yada. But when her father sets up the whole thing with like all these diplomats coming in and being like, hey, marry my daughter, she actually meets up with the Raja of Nakara. It changes halfway through the novel, but for a reason I will get to. But Acheron, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and he is definitely very different from. She doesn't really talk about any other guys that she's been around, but he's definitely got a different air to him, and he's like, I'm going to take you away to this other kingdom, and I think that we'd be a very good fit, and I think that you would be a very good queen for my kingdom. And you find out that he is in this like darker realm, and he is saying, you know, don't go into these other rooms, you need to stay with Gupta, you need to, you know, just don't question anything, but he's like, please trust me that there are things that I can't tell you. And she is a very critical person, and is like, actually, I need you to tell me. She's very inquisitive. She's like, I want to figure this out. And she goes into rooms and finds out not necessarily the truth for everything, but she kind of gets swept up into someone else's questioning of the betrayal, or, you know, questioning Amar's actions and things like that. And so some very interesting things happen with that, and it's almost kind of like, well, it is questioning, like, are you questioning power, and like, how much do I trust you, and things like that. And so that was a really cool aspect of it, and there is magic. I promise, there's magic in this. There's a whole like tapestry thing, and he kind of helps her practice that magic that is involved with that. And so she has some sort of magical powers, but after she does the whole thing of like, am I being betrayed by this man? You know, what do I do about this? And she starts hanging out with Nariti, but Nariti is like, oh hey, I'm gonna help you get away from this guy, and bad things happen, and that's I call it the plot twist, but it's really just like, okay, this is where everything hits the fan, basically, and, you know, Maya has to go and fix everything. Basically, she has to put her kingdom back together and everything like that, and it didn't feel like she was doing this for Amar, even though she loves him, but she's like, I need this to all come back together because I messed it all up. So she's like taking responsibility and being like, okay, right now I don't have any magic, but I gotta get it back to fix everything. And so it's great. It's wonderful. Another wonderful thing, she befriends a horse that is a flesh-eating horse that is also a talking horse who is very sassy. She is wonderful. Her name is Kamala? I think Kamala. Kamala is like, hey, I'll help you out if you let me eat a part of your arm. Spoiler alert, that doesn't end up happening, but she does help her. That's a part that happens, but she doesn't end up eating her at all, which is nice because we like to leave our heroes alive, don't we? Yes, we do. I would like to note that even though Maya has that feeling of, do I trust Amar, am I feeling betrayed, and all these other things, questioning all of that, and questioning the secrets that he's hiding from her, she still has that place of like, I do love this guy, and I do really care for him, even, you know, it takes some crazy things happening for her to not necessarily like realize that, but just be like, okay, even though I did feel those feelings and I found out the truth about things and that he wasn't really awful, that I, you know, not as awful as I thought he was, but she still loves him, and it's still, I was like, I just need some mushy feelings, and it wasn't like super mushy, and it wasn't super like steamy or anything like that, but it was really nice to have, you know, some feels in there to be like, okay, yes, we get a little kiss here and there. It's real sweet, just like really sweet stuff. Like, he is so sweet to her. Like, yes, there are times, again, I know I keep saying this, where he was keeping secrets from her, and, you know, this, that, and the other, but he still was like trying to help her figure out her powers and things like that. So like, it wasn't that he brought her powers out in her, but he was like, hey, just so you know, there's more to you than just this bad horoscope. So it's nice that that was there, but also that she actually had to go save the kingdom and go reclaim her power. Really? Really, yes. So those are my thoughts on The Star Touched Queen by Roshani Chokshi, and I hope that you will pick up this book. I will post links below so that you can put it on your Goodreads list and get it from the Amazons and all that good stuff. I really, really, really enjoy this book. If you love your folklore, you are going to love this so much. And it also says that she draws on her Filipino heritage as well, so she's Indian and Filipino. So it's I don't know, I don't have a lot of knowledge of the folklore of those cultures, but I really, really enjoyed this story so much. So I hope you guys have a great day and keep reading amazing, amazing books. Let me know if you have any favorite books that are based off of folklore. I need your recommendations. So have a great day and keep reading.